Hey, I'm Lindsay, and this is your 75-minute gentle yoga practice. You don't need anything for this class, but you might like a blanket or a towel for comfort. All right, let's get started. So we'll get started lying on our backs. So go ahead and make your way down to your back. And take just a moment to get comfortable here on the floor. Do all of your wiggling, shifting, adjusting. And come to a place where you feel your body is in balance from side to side, that you can feel really comfortable just staying put here for a few moments. And it's up to you here. You can keep your feet on the floor, knees in the air, or extend your legs out straight, whatever feels best for the start of your practice, whatever that looks like today. And take just a moment to bring your attention into your body and notice where you're beginning today. And we're going to get started with just a few cleansing sighs. So it's up to you. You can make as much noise as you like. I can't hear you, so be as crazy as you like. So start just by exhaling all of the air. Inhale through your nose if possible today. And then exhale a big sigh. Do that again. Inhale through your nose. Exhale a sigh. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Get to the very, very, very top of your breath. Exhale a sigh, releasing anything that's in your way. Good. Returning to breathing in and out through your nose if that's possible today. Relaxing your facial expression. Softening your arms, your shoulders, and legs. And tune in so you get a really clear sensation of where you're beginning, how you're doing today. And whatever that is, however you're doing, go with that. So even if you're starting your day and you're feeling a little down, or you're feeling a little isolated, or if you're grumpy, that's okay. And vice versa as well. If you're feeling super great, you're ready to go for it, awesome. Go with that. Wherever you are today, start there. Bringing a little more conscious attention into your breath. Each breath deepening and relaxing the body with each exhalation. And bringing to your attention any intentions that you have for your practice. Whatever it is that brought you to the mat today, whatever it is that brought you to turn on this video, go with that. Just to seal in your practice here, sealing in your dedication to your practice, take your hands just above your heart and start to rub the palms of your hands together and create a little warmth, a little friction there. And when you feel that warmth, go ahead and take your hands to cover your eyes, blocking out all of the light and resting the muscles behind your eyes. Doing that again, taking the hands together, rubbing the palms together, creating warmth and friction. Good. Taking the hands to stack over the heart. And one more time, rub the palms of your hands together, warmth, friction, energy, prana. And take your hands to your belly, breathing in 2 deep breaths here. And just a little reminder to modify this practice however you need to make it appropriate for your body and your practice today, whatever that looks like. All right, let's get started with some very gentle movement. Draw your knees into your chest. Good. Hug your knees in and just give yourself a little wiggle side to side. Good. And then from here, inhale on the ground here in center. Exhale, curl your forehead towards your knees. Tiny, tiny, tiny little ball. And with your inhale, burst out like a spring bloom on a tree here. So we're going to burst out arms and legs. Inhale. And then exhale back to that tiny little ball, forehead to knees. And with your inhale, burst out. And with your exhale, tiny little ball. And one more time, burst out, hovering arms and legs turning on your core, and exhale, tiny little ball. Good. Release your head down very gently, rock a little side to side. And then from here, take one hand to each knee. Move your knees away from you, apart, back in, and together. So you're circling your legs in opposite directions. And here, just explore the range of motion that's happening around the hip joints. Noticing the sensations that are happening. And reverse, go the other way. Good. Just doing this at your own pace. So you might be faster or slower than me, and that is perfectly fine. Good. And hug your knees in. And then from here, just hover your knees over your hips. Point your toes down towards the floor and take your hands down next to your hips. Got a little core activation here. Draw your ribs and your hip points a little closer together and engage your core here, pressing the lower back towards the floor. Good. Keeping all of that engagement, tap your right toe down. Tippy, tippy, tippy toe, and then bring it back up. So tapping the floor like it's hot here. And switching sides. Good. Just go at your own pace, right and left. You might stick with this alternating pattern, or if you'd like, you can take both toes down and back up. Just make sure you keep your core really activated here so that your lower back isn't lifting away from the floor. Lots of breath wherever you are. If you need a break, take a break. We'll do about 5 more here. Good. And hug your knees into your chest. Very nice. All right, let's stretch that out a little bit here. So place your feet on the floor, knees in the air, heels in line with your sitting bones. Take the palms of your hands just to your hip creases and press your hip creases away, creating a little natural arch of the lower back. Good, keeping that. Take your hands down to the floor. And let's start with some dynamic bridge work here. So moving with your breath. With your inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. With your exhale, lower the hands back down next to your hips. Good. So timing the movement with your breath. Inhale, the beginning of the breath, middle, the end of the breath at the end of the movement. And the same on the exhale, beginning, middle, end. This time add the hips. Inhale, beginning, middle, end. Exhale, beginning, middle, end. So that it's like you're telling a story with the movement and your breath. The next time you come up, hold the position but not the breath. Press down into your feet. Strengthen your legs here. Good, press down a little bit more. Keep breathing in and out. Relaxing arms, relaxing shoulders. Press down a little bit more. Inhale here. And with your exhale, lower down gently. All right, from here, step your feet out wide to the edges of your mat, and then take your arms out to the sides, maybe like a T, and then drop both knees over to the right, look left. Come back to center, drop both knees to the left, look right. Back to center, and switch. Good, just working at your own pace here. You might be faster or slower. This is your practice. All right, even out and return to center. Good. From here, hug your knees into your chest. One more time, give yourself a little wiggle side to side. All right, and it's up to you. We're transitioning now into a seated position, so you can either roll to one side and make your way up to a seated position. If you'd like a little challenge here, rock and roll. Hold on just behind your legs, pump your legs, tuck your chin, rock and roll. Good, and if you like a little hover up at the top, maybe let go of your hands, boat pose, and then come on down to a seated position. So I'll turn to face you. Here, if you'd like to sit up on your blanket, a pillow, a cushion, whatever you've got lying around, that is totally fine. Come to a comfortable sitting position, sitting up very tall. Good, bring your hands together in front of your heart. And again, just reconnect with your breath, reconnect with how you're doing and how that's already changed in the first 15 minutes or so of class. So take in everything here. Good, and just some gentle movement here to start. With your inhale, take your arms to the side, beginning, middle, end, up overhead. Exhale, paint the walls, beginning, middle, end. Good, keep going. Inhale, up. Exhale, paint the walls, stretch energy to the tips of your fingers. One more time. Good. From here, inhale in the center. Exhale, press your right arm across to the left diagonal and pull your left elbow back next to your side. Inhale to center. Exhale, switch. Pull your right elbow, push your left hand. Inhale to center. Feel the push and the pull. Keep going. Once more each side. Good. Back to center. Exhale all of the air. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Hold on to your right wrist and then lift up and over to the left, up and over to the left, up and over to the left, keeping your right sitting bone really grounded and anchoring down to the earth. Breathe a little deeper into the right side body. Feel a stretch. Keeping the head nice and neutral here, and rolling the chest open. One more big breath there. With your inhale, stretch up to the sky, look up, lift the heart. Hold on to your left wrist, pull up and over to the right, up and over to the right, up and over to the right. Good, just make sure your shoulders are sliding down your back here so you have lots of room around your neck and your ears. Ground down through the left sitting bone. Deep breaths here. With your next inhalation, come back to center. Separate the hands, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, paint the walls on your way down. Really stretch your fingertips out, energy to the edges of your body here. Good. And take a breath to settle. With your inhale, stretch your arms up and overhead. This time, exhaling to the right into a twist. Releasing the hands down, left hand to your right knee, right hand to the floor behind you, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale here, growing a little taller. Exhale, twisting a little deeper. Again, inhale, a little taller. Exhale, a little deeper. One more big breath. With your next inhalation, sweep your right arm around in front and then over to that left diagonal. Again, a lateral bend here. Breathing in and out. Good. Keeping the chest rolling open. Head in line with your spine. Right sitting bone grounding down. And with your next inhalation, reach up to the sky, unwind back in your twist, and exhale, come back to center, hands come to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, twist to your left, release your hands down. Inhale, growing a little taller. Exhale, twisting a little deeper. 2 more breaths like that. One more big breath. With your next inhalation, sweep your left arm around in front and up to the right diagonal here, lateral bend to the right. Again, keeping your left sitting bone anchoring down. Good, shoulders away from the ears, a big stretch on the left side body as the chest rolls open. energy to the tips of your fingers. With your next inhalation, reach up to the sky, unwind back into your twist, and exhale back to face center. Good. Just one more here in a seated position. Interlace your fingers, press your palms away, stretching out the hands and the wrists. Inhale, lift your pinkies up to the sky. Good. From here, press into the palms of your hands, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Good. Big deep breath in. Exhale, break the fingers apart and let the hands come back down to your heart. All right. Transition here onto your hands and knees. And we will be on hands and knees quite a bit throughout this class today. So if you feel better with a blanket underneath your knees, just grab one and slide it there. I'm going to put one there for my comfort. All right, so from hands and knees, go ahead and draw the belly to the spine. Good, strengthen there. And we'll start just with a few rounds of cat and cow. So with your inhale, drop your belly, lift your sitting bones, lift your heart, gaze straight ahead. With your exhale, pull the belly and pull the ribs in nice and muscular here. Drop your tailbone, drop your head. And continue to alternate between those two poses. Inhaling, arching, exhaling, rounding. Good, and notice how extreme you can make these shapes. And with your next exhalation, sit back into child's pose, toes together, forehead down on the floor, or you could use your hand here if your forehead doesn't quite meet the floor. Full breaths into your back body here. From here, inhale back up, look up, cow pose, arch the back, drop the belly. Exhale, curl the toes underneath you, press the hips up and back, drop the head, and make your way towards downward facing dog. So here on this first downward dog, your knees might not be straight, that's okay. Just keep sending the hips up and back and pressing the floor away. As your legs begin to loosen up and make more space here, you can begin to pedal out the legs one at a time, bending one knee, straightening the other knee. Good. Just getting into the back body here. And go ahead and straighten both legs as much as they're straightening at this moment. Drop the heels, lift the sitting bones up. With your inhale, rock forward to plank pose, top of a push-up. Good, look slightly in front of your hands here. Strengthen your legs really strongly here and draw the belly back up towards the spine. Press the floor away. Inhale here. Exhale back, downward dog. Now let's flow that. Inhale, forward to plank. You could always lower your knees here if you need to. Exhale, back, downward dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Look forward in front of your hands. Exhale, back, downward dog. And one more time. You have options. You can drop your knees there. Exhale, back, downward dog. Good. From here, bend your knees. Walk your hands really strongly here to the back of your mat towards your toes. Bend your knees as much as you need to here in your forward fold. Drop your head, let your neck shake out. From here, inhale, halfway lift, fingers to the shins, belly to spine. Exhale, forward fold. Do that again. Inhale, halfway lift, belly to spine. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. This time, go ahead and walk back out to hands and knees. So you might hit a little plank pose here first, and then lower your hands and knees down. Good. From here, inhale, lift your right heel at hip level. Stretch your leg back straight behind you. Good. Press down into your right hand and get very light on your left fingertips. If it feels appropriate, reach your left arm forwards in space. Inhale here, lift your hand and your heel a little higher. Exhale, elbow to knee, round the spine like cat pose, belly in. Inhale, extend, lift the hand and the heel a little higher. Exhale, curl in. Just one more, here we go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, stretch it out, take the left hand to the floor, and then step the right foot just to the outside of the right hand so that your heel is on the edge of the mat, your toes are turning out diagonally, and you're coming into a low lunge, so your left knee stays down here. You can walk it back or walk your right foot forwards, just noticing that your front knee is over your front heel. And like I said, it's turned out just slightly diagonally. Maybe your heel's on your mat, your toes are slightly turned off of your mat. Good. From here, plant your left hand down. Take your right hand to your right knee, and then press down to twist your torso. Good. Big, deep breath here. With your inhale, stretch your right arm up to the sky. Look up at it. Exhale, thread the needle so the right hand slides underneath the left arm. Look behind you. Inhale, follow the hand back up to the sky, unfurl. Exhale, thread the needle underneath the right arm. Inhale, up to the sky. One more time. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, up to the sky. And exhale, set your right hand down. Good. A little option here, you can stretch your right foot all the way back, heel at hip level, or just come back to hands and knees. Good. So everyone meeting hands and knees. You have three options here for the rest of the sequence. So you can either sit back into child's pose if you'd like a rest, especially important if you have any pain or discomfort in your wrists. Or you can do about 3 rounds of cat and cow here, arching and rounding. Or if you like, you can curl your toes and rest in downward facing dog. Wherever you are, about 3 breaths here. From hands and knees, take your left heel back, heel at hip level. Get really light on your right hand. And if it feels appropriate, take your right arm forwards. Inhale, lift your heel, lift your hand. Exhale, elbow to knee, round the spine like cat pose, drawing the belly in. Inhale, extend, lift a little higher. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Set your right hand down. Step your left foot just to the outside of your left hand and find a little lizard pose here. So find the appropriate spacing for you. You might have to inch your foot forward or inch your back knee back. Wherever you are, just notice that your knee is over your heel. Your back knee is comfortable. Good. From here, plant your right hand down and take your left hand to your left knee, pressing down to twist your torso. Take some deep breaths here. Good. One more deep breath. With your inhale, stretch your left arm to the sky, look up at it. Exhale, follow the hand as you thread the needle underneath your right arm, look behind you. Inhale, unfurl, look up at the sky. Exhale, thread the needle underneath your right arm. Inhale, look up at the sky one more time. Exhale. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, plant the left hand down and step it back. So you have three options. You can hover the leg and then set it down. You can sit back child's pose, cat and cow, or downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Using this time to check in. How are you doing? How have things shifted? And everyone meet on hands and knees. Good, here we go. Adding on to that last sequence, take your right heel back. Take your left arm forwards. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, just one round this time, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left hand comes down, right hand steps to the outside of your right hand. Make your adjustments so that you're in lizard pose. Your right knee over your right heel. Good. From there, take your right hand to your right knee and twist. Inhale, reach your right arm to the sky. Just one round of thread the needle. Exhale, right arm underneath the left arm. Inhale, up to the sky here. And then press down into your feet. Your foot in the front, your knee in the back. Press down and lift the hips maybe an inch back. Good. From there, engage your core and press down to lift up. So this is a bit of a balance challenge. See if you can catch the balance into the twist. You're twisting towards your right leg, stretching your right arm behind you, your left arm in front of you. Your gaze can rest in the center or look back at your right thumb, whatever you like. Good. Lunging a little deeper, right knee over, right heel. Good. And from here, cartwheel the hands down and step it back. You have 3 options. Child's pose, cat and cow, or downward dog. 3 breaths, checking in. And everyone meet back, hands and knees. Other side, inhale, lift your left heel. Lift your right arm. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, curl it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right hand down. Left hand just to the outside of your left foot, finding your lizard pose, making those adjustments. Taking your left hand to your left knee. Twist it open. With your inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. With your exhale, 1 round of thread the needle, left arm underneath the right arm. Inhale, unfurl. Good. From here, press down into your feet. Good. Maybe back out of your hips just an inch or so. And then from here, get light on your right fingertips and come on up. A twisted lunge here. We're nice and wide apart with the legs, so that might help with your balance. If you want a little challenge, you could always inch your front foot in. One more big breath. Inhale here, stretch your fingertips away, energy to the edges of your fingers. Exhale, right hand comes down, left hand comes down, and step it back. You have 3 options: child's pose, cat and cow, or downward dog. 3 breaths. Good. From here, everyone meet on hands and knees, and we'll add on one more step here. Inhale, take your right leg back, heel at hip level, take your left arm forwards. With your next inhalation, lift a little higher. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, plant your left hand down, plant your right foot just to the outside of your right hand. And then inhale, take your right hand to the right knee, twisted lizard. Exhale here. Inhale, take your right arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle just one time underneath your left arm. Inhale, sweep up to the sky. Good. Press down with your feet back out of your hips just an inch or so. Get light on the left hand and come on up. So you're in a twisted lizard here. Stretching your right hand back, your left hand forward, energy to the tips of your fingers. And then take your right hand down to the back of your left leg. See if you can find it there. Flip your left palm to the sky. Reach up, 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 up. Good. Looking down for more balance support, or looking up for more of a challenge. Stretch your arm up and back, arch your heart up. One more big breath wherever you are. And then cartwheel, left hand down, right hand down. Step your right foot back. You have options: child's pose, cat and cow, or downward dog. Deep breaths, checking in. Everyone meet on hands and knees. Last side here we go. Inhale, lift the left leg up, heel at hip level. Right arm out in front of you. Exhale here. Inhale, lift the hand and the heel. Exhale, elbow to knee, round the spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, plant the right hand down and the left foot just to the outside of the left hand, adjusting to your lizard pose. Take the left hand up to the left knee and twist your torso. Exhale here, a little deeper. Inhale, stretch your left arm up to the sky, look up at it. Exhale, thread the needle underneath the right arm. Inhale, unfurl. Good. And exhale here. Press down into your feet, back out of your hips just a little bit. Get light on your right hand and come on up so that your right arm is reaching forward, your left arm is reaching back. You're twisting towards your front leg here. Balancing. Then from here, take your left hand to the back of your right leg. See if you can find it. Reach your left arm up, arching back here. Ooh, bit of a balance challenge. Look down if you need more support. And with your next exhalation, right arm cartwheels down, left arm cartwheels down. Step it back. You know your options. From here, everyone meet on hands and knees. Good. From here, press back into downward facing dog. If you have a blanket on your mat, go ahead and move it out to the side. And then from here, inhale, lift your heels, look forward between your hands, and exhale, walk forward to the top of your mat now, forward fold. Let your head go. And if it feels good here, reach for opposite elbows and just hang here. Softening the knees a bit, letting the upper body be so soft like a rag doll. And release your arms. Inhale, halfway lift, belly to spine, torso parallel to the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Coming up very slowly. Inhale, press down into your feet. Reach your arms to the sides, up and overhead. We made it to standing. Exhale, slide your hands to your heart. Good. We won't be standing long. We've done a lot of work today already. So go ahead and take a big wide step out to the long edge of your mat. We're in a wide spread pose here. Good. And we'll start here with just a variation on our thread the needle in our side angle pose. So let's start by externally rotating the right leg in the hip socket to the right. So all the way from the hip socket, the knee is out, the toe is out to the right. And we keep the torso centered so that the shoulders are over the hips, the ears are over the shoulders. Bend the right knee over your right heel. And again, keep the torso centered. And then from here, sweep your arms out parallel to the floor. With your exhale, bring your right elbow towards your right knee and lean diagonally to the right. A little different today. Reach your left arm up to the sky, look up at it. As you exhale, thread the needle. So you're taking your left arm, and it's like you're throwing a bowling ball underneath your leg. Look back to see how you did. Inhale, unfurl, reach up, look up. So again, a bit of a balance challenge. Exhale, throw that bowling ball underneath your leg. One more time. Inhale up, stay really light on your right elbow. Exhale. Inhale, unfurl. And exhale, press down into your front foot. Straighten your leg. Rest your arms, turn your toes so that all 10 toes are forward, the outer edges of your feet are parallel. Good. Let's go to the other side. Externally rotate your left leg out from your hip joint. Align your front heel with the arch of the back foot. Good. Keeping the torso centered, bend your left knee over your left heel. Keeping the torso centered, extend your arms out parallel. And with your exhale, left elbow towards the left knee. And stay nice and light so you could lift it at any time. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Now look up at your right fingertips. With your exhale, throw that bowling ball underneath your left leg. With your inhale, unfurl to the sky. Look up. Exhale. Inhale, unfurl. One more. Exhale. And inhale, up, look up. And then press down into your feet. Take your arms parallel, straighten your legs, rest your arms. Turn all 10 toes. Outer edges of your feet parallel. Good. And let's dive into a forward fold here. Hands to your hips. Good. Reach your elbows back, lift your heart here, and fold forward from your hip creases. Your hip creases deepen as you fold your torso nice and long forward. Hands can come down to the ground if you're in the area. Maybe walking back. Keeping the legs straight and strong here. One more deep breath here. Checking in. Walking your hands back out underneath your shoulders. Externally rotate your legs so your toes are out diagonally. We're just going to walk over to the right side, lift your left toes up. Bend your right knee out on that same diagonal. And then walk over to the left side, lift the right toes. Good. Skandasana, just lifting side to side. And you don't have to go down very far, but if you have the space, if you can equally balance on the inner and outer edge of the foot, you could sit down a little deeper. Your heel may lift here as you go into your half squat. That's totally fine. Good. Just one more time, even it out. Come on back to center. Good. Heel toe your feet in, forward fold. Good. And as safely as you can, make your way down to your mat. Good. Seated position, legs out in front of you. Again, if you have a blanket here, you could sit up on your blanket. And let's start with a couple of seated positions. We'll take the legs out to straddle first. Okay. So whatever your straddle looks like, sit up really tall. So if you feel like your hips are rolling back and your lower back is rolling back, go ahead and find something to sit up on. Maybe like a couch cushion or a pillow. And then sitting up really, really tall. Take your hands just behind your legs. Press down into your hands to lift your heart. Lift your gaze. Good. And then from there, just walk your hands forward. And maybe you just walk to your fingertips, or maybe you walk a little further out, or maybe you walk down to your forearms, or all the way down to your forehead. Wherever you are, keep your torso really long. So instead of trying to smell your belly button, as I love to demonstrate, instead of doing that, nobody wants to smell their belly button, right? Keep your nose reaching out for a better smell. Maybe a spring bloom. Good. Stretching, stretching. Nice and easy, relaxing into your stretch. And then from there, walk your way back up. Excellent. Draw your left leg into the body. Keep your right leg out and extending. Good. Adding a little twist here. So we're twisting to the left. One hand on each side of your left thigh. Look over your left shoulder. Good. From here, take your left arm out to the left, up to the sky, and just begin to laterally bend over your right leg. So your right hand could come to the inside of your right leg like you're holding on to something really important between your hands. Or you can counterbalance by taking your right hand to your left thigh. Whatever feels good today. Good, working with some nice deep side bends today. With your next exhalation, swing your arm forwards and down and make your way back up nice and easy, no rush here. And just feel the sensations that you're feeling. All right, and let's switch sides. So we'll take the right leg in, the left leg out. Sitting up really tall here, once again, right on the tops of your sitting bones. And we'll start with that twist to the right. Exhale, twist. One hand on each side of the thigh. Look over your right shoulder, nice and gentle here. And then with your inhale, take your right arm out to the right and then up and overhead like a rainbow. And then choose a place for your left hand. So either on the inside of your left leg or cross over to the right side for a little deeper. Your inhale, sweep your arm forwards and down and come back up. Good, unwind. All right, and your choice here, you could cross the legs and just come to a comfortable seat. If it's comfortable for you to sit back on your heels, you could try this variation. So just sitting back on the heels, pointing your toes straight ahead first. We'll switch it in a moment. Let's just go for a little stretch of the arms. So we'll take the right arm up to the sky and bend the elbow so that the hand comes back towards the nape of the neck. From here, take the left arm to the right elbow and pull the elbow in towards the ear and press the elbow back. So you're getting a really nice stretch on the tricep side of the arm, this front side here. And you can stay right here, pressing the crown of your head to the sky, making sure there's no tension in the neck, and keeping some integrity here in the front of your body so your ribs are drawing in rather than poking out. If you would like to explore a little deeper bind, you can take your left arm out to the left and turn your thumb down. Then slide the back of your hand up your back. And if you can't quite reach the opposite hand, just hold on to your shirt wherever you are. If you can clasp your fingertips and then pull your arms in the opposite directions. Pull your top arm up and your bottom arm down and just feel the continuation of that stretch there. Release your clasp. Let your arms unwind here and wave out like seaweed in the water, nice and fluid. Good. So if you're sitting cross-legged, maybe switching the cross of your leg so that your other leg is in front. If you're sitting back on your heels, tuck your toes under this time. All right, here we go. Take the left arm up to the sky, bend your elbow back so your hand moves towards the nape of your neck and then crawls down between the shoulder blades. Take your right arm to your left elbow and pull in and press back. And again, just free your neck here. Make sure your head is pressing up towards the sky. And then draw your lower ribs in, a little core strength.
Breathing here. Or if you would like to go a little further, take your right arm out to the right, turn your thumb down, and slide your hand behind your back, seeing if you can meet your fingertips and clasp them, and if they don't quite meet, just holding onto your shirt there. If your fingertips are clasped, pull your elbows in opposite directions here. And release your arms here again. Just let your arms go like seaweed in the water, nice and fluid. Wave them out. And if you're sitting back on your heels, lean forward, just tap out the tops of your feet. Good, and sit back. All right. From here, let's transition onto our backs. So go ahead and make your way down, feet on the floor, knees in the air for bridge pose. Good, so we've been working with a lot of upper back opening today. We'll just continue that a little bit more into our bridge pose. Press your elbows down, but bend your arms so that your fingers are pointing up towards the sky. It's almost as if you're holding onto a little ball or something right above your belly. From here, press down into your arms so that just the space behind your heart begins to lift. Engage your shoulder blades towards each other. And just notice here that your chin isn't lifting towards the sky. So you're lengthening the back of your neck, keeping the chin level here. From here, press down into your elbows, press down into your feet, lift your hips up. Good, and hold there, holding the position, but not the breath. Good, pressing down into your feet. Good. Press down into the ball of your right foot, but lift your right heel up. And lower your right heel down. Inhale here, get a little bit higher. Exhale, lower all the way back to the floor. Relax your hands. Just take a moment there in neutral. We have one more back bend to go. All right, here we go. Arms like little robot arms, holding something just above your belly. Press down into your elbows, lift from behind the heart. Press down into your feet to lift your hips. Big breath in. And out. One more, pressing down. Good. Pressing down with the ball of your left foot. Lift your left heel up. Good. Some deep breaths here. Keep pressing down even more. Strengthening your legs here. Lower your right heel down. Inhale, press down a little higher. Exhale, lower down. Rest your hands. Good. You can unsnuggle your shoulder blades here, make more space. And then from here, just take your hands wide to the sides. Walk your feet out. And then windshield wiper, both knees to the right. Look to your left. And switch. Switch, switch. Good, coming back to center here. Heel toe your feet back in, so you have feet on the floor, knees in the air. And then heel toe your feet together, drop your knees apart. Supta Baddha Konasana. A little active version here. We're just going to take the arms overhead, reach for opposite elbows, let the arms fall back. I'll take some deep breaths here. If you like, you can close your eyes or focus on a spot on the ceiling above you. Wherever you are, just switch which arm is on top so that they lie the weird way or the less practiced way. Hold here for just another minute, here in this present moment with these sensations, with this breath. From there, release your arms down by your sides. Collect your knees together. From here, draw your knees into your chest. Just give yourself a little wiggle from side to side. And then we'll take the arms out like a T and drop the knees over to the right side, looking left to twist. With your inhale, draw your knees back to center and exhale over to your left. You can look right. Bring your head back to center. Bring your legs back to center. And then take your time just to stretch out for Shavasana, stretching out the arms and the legs, and gathering up any props that you might need to make this pose even more comfortable. So if you like a blanket underneath the knees, or if you like to cover the eyes or cover with a blanket. And again, just like at the beginning of our class, taking a moment to get all the wiggles out, make all of your adjustments. And if you could be even 5 or 10% more comfortable, just make that adjustment now. And soften throughout your entire body. Feeling the outermost layer of your body, the skin, relaxing, releasing, softening. Going deeper into the muscles, tendons, and ligaments, softening. Softening even deeper into your bones. Allowing each breath to soften. Feeling your body becoming heavier and heavier. So that you can't tell the difference between the earth and your body. gradually begin to invite movement back into your body, wiggling fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles, stretching out arms and legs, awakening. As you're ready, roll yourself to one side and pause there in the fetal position for a moment. When you're ready, use your hands to press your way up to a seated position. Collect your hands at your heart as you arrive. Sending so much love and gratitude to each and every one of you, I bow to you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.